Right, welcome back everyone. Today we're in the shed. It's a little bit of a fixing video today. I've got this Shark Hoover here, which is our own personal Hoover for the house, and it's a common problem on these. The bottom hose seems to break, so I've got a replacement part here, and how it fits, where it sits like that at the bottom of the machine, they tend to crack in between these metal rib bits here, and they seem to slit there, and then they lose suction. So we're just going to hopefully take this one apart and see if we can replace it with this other part that I've got, and hopefully that will save us a few quid on buying a new Hoover. So let's get this stripped down and start and have a look at it. Right then, so I've got my mic here today because I noticed when I did it a bit up here somewhere in my last video, I could hear the breathing a bit, so I'm just trying it down here a bit at the minute. It's just trial and error. So what we're going to do now is take this all off and lift this part away, and so hopefully that's the main gubbins out of the way, and we can just drop that down there. And let me show you here, look, you can see what I mean there then. That pipe in there is actually split there. I don't know if you can see just above my finger, under that metal rib, there's a crack, and on the one underneath it. So it still picks up and all that, but it's not as good as it used to be. So we're going to get this changed out hopefully. And I believe we need a couple of security keys on that. So I'll just get me a US Pro set that I bought a little while ago and see if we've got something in there that matches this. And it's like a star key, but it has a hole in the middle as well. So I'm not sure if I've got any in this set. I don't think these will do it because of that centerpiece. So I've got a few more sets that I can try. There's some in this one. I don't think that one's big enough, is it? Oh, that's got it. Done that by hand. And that one's just, yeah, that's got it. So that's alright. Then we'll put these ones back. So we're just going to undo these two. And I'm hoping that'll probably release this. Oh, what's that? Okay, that's just released the wiring. I don't think I actually need to be in there, so I might put that back on. Easier said than done, isn't it? Never go straight back in. And I think that little replacement bit of pipe cost about between £4 and £6. So if we can fix it for that, it's going to save us a few quid rather than spending another 200 odd quid on a new Hoover. So we just need to work out how this bit comes out of here now, and there's some more screws under here, so I might take them out. Just need an extension. And that's the thing with these things, you need to have these security torque bits, otherwise you can't, they don't want you getting in them, you see, so that's why they do all this. Right then, so I've got all them screws out now. I think there was about 12 in total, and to be honest with you, it was a bit of a nuisance trying to separate it. I've managed to get it out now, and I'm not actually going to disconnect it from there because there's a wire there, and I don't want to be taking that. If I break that wire, I'm in a lot of trouble then, because that's the plug's behind here somewhere. So what I want to try and do now is just get this bit of piping out here, and I presume, there we go, it's broke now. There's no turning back now. If I can't fix this, it's a new Hoover. So I'm just pulling that there, that's it. So that's the old bit, and it was ripped up there where you can see there, but as you can see there, it's obviously been blown out there because you can see all the dust there. So yeah, so we had two splits there, all that side was split, and it was split up here where it just gave way. So I'm just going to have to wind this out of here now, which is probably easier said than done. I might end up cutting it, to be fair, because it's pretty well in there. And I'm just going to give it a bit of a clean first, because you don't want to be breathing all this dust in. So let me just clean that up and I'll come back to you. Right then, I've cleaned that up, and the actual easiest way to get that out was just pull it, unwinds through the threads. So hopefully we can have this one now, and we can get this wound in. It is the same diameter and everything, so, and just make sure it goes in straight. So where's that start there? Right, so that's that in there, and as you can see, that's lovely on there now. So all we've got to do now is thread that up in this tube, and what I think I'll do is I'm going to put a bit of WD on this just to help it ease it around a little bit more, of a bit of lubrication there, because that one was pretty tight. So I'm going to put a bit of WD on that. Right, so I don't know how much you're going to be able to see it, because it's going to be a bit awkward trying to get you in there and get me in there while we're trying to do this. So I'm just going to start it off. And we've got to remember which way this come out as well, because this needs to be a certain way around this. So hopefully we can just get another bit of turn on that. Right, as you can see, I've popped the hose back in there now, and it's back in the nozzle side of the Hoover. So that's that fixed basically now, hopefully. All we've got to do now is try and get all this cover back on as it should be, and give it a spark up. Sorry I didn't film much of that, it was a bit fiddly, I say, because I haven't got this main cowling off, and with my hands in there you're not going to see much on the camera. So I just thought I'd show you this little update now with it back in, and I'm going to try and get the cowling back on now. We haven't broken nothing yet, and we haven't lost nothing, so we're doing well at the minute, but we're not finished yet. So let me just do this and I'll come back to you. Right then, as you can see, we've got that all in now, replaced as it should be, and I think it's just a matter of getting these screws back in, and I think we should be nearly there with that then. With these screws back in, So yeah, I'm looking at getting on the mobility scooter. The reason why I haven't rushed with it is because it's an indoor job, and I want to try and get a few more jobs done on the Mondeo before the weather starts turning. And then I can save all my indoor jobs and still bring you a few videos rather than worrying about the weather. So I'm just going to put you on pause a minute while I just clear this roller off, and I'll come back to you. Right, that's the best I'm going to get that, so just shut that back down and lock that up. So that all springs as it should. I'm going to get this and put this back up on here. That's that. That can go on there. Get this plugged in over here. Hopefully it don't blow up. And let's see if it fires up. Where's it? That's ideal, that. See if the roller works. I can't feel no air coming out of there as well, so that, not air, I can't feel it sucking. Before you can feel it sucking when you put your arm around there. So that's another good job well done there. We do really rate these Shark Hoovers. We've had this one probably a good 5 years now. We've had all the other brands, Dyson and all that in the past, Hoover. But these Shark ones, I don't know, they just seemed, they've got really good suction on them. But yeah, we've never had a problem with it. That's why I've decided to try and have a go at saving it. Otherwise it would have cost us another, I did look online, there was about £249 for another one of these. But for the sake of, I think it's 4 to 6 quid and maybe half hour in the shed, it's put another lease of life back into it. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So as you can see, I still haven't touched the deck on that yet. It's still waiting to be done. It will get done, and hopefully that turns out nice and alright, and that'll be coming in the near future. And I'm looking at well, I've got the name Scrap It Man, as you all know. My idea was, when I first started this YouTube channel, that I was going to obviously do scrap with the name Scrap It Man. So but things have ventured on, and I seem to be doing a bit of all sorts. I've got the Mondeo ST out the front that I do work on that. I do the lawnmowers, generators, anything, any mechanical wise, I'll tackle that. Hoovers, we'll still be doing some scrapping, but I feel that the name Scrap It Man isn't a right name for the channel, should we say, as it's not 100% scrap content that I'm doing. So I'm thinking about changing the name for the channel. So if any of you have got any good ideas out there for channel names, so I want it to be something, I want it to be something that covers all aspects of videos, as you could say, rather than just say the Scrap It Man. You people will just think I'm doing scrap, which I'm not. So I don't want people just to come here to think they're going to get scrap videos. It's going to be a bit of a variety channel. So yeah, I mean, if anyone's got an idea, I am looking at changing the name of the channel. So if you've got any ideas for names of channels, just drop it in the comments below, and I'll be happy to have a look through them. I've had a few ideas from family members and that, but I just wanted to see what you guys could come up with as well. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions, leave a comment down below. with a name that you think that would go well with the channel for the variety. So yeah, if I do go for the name that you've put in down below, there will be a little something sent out in the post to you. I don't know what it is yet. I've got to sort something out. But yeah, I mean, if you don't mind, drop a comment below if you've got a name for the channel. I'd like to hear it, and who knows, you could win yourself a little prize. There will be new stickers coming with the new name of the channel and other stuff. So yeah, I'm going to go now because I'm waffling on. So, but I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the Shark Shark model NV680 UKT. So yeah, I think they're all it's a common problem on these Sharks for this to go, so it is doable. If you've got one, you've got the problem, have a go yourself before you start purchasing new Hoovers. So for the sake of £6, you can't go wrong. So we're going to leave it here for this one, and until then, we'll see you next time.